A rare sight indeed, seeing her with a broom in her hand. Just get the crap off it, the leaves and the stuff.
I said, does the other side look any better?
How the hell do I know? I tried dragging it so it flipped it back and forth so that stuff would come off in the grass when I was dragging it down here.
Water here. Don't need to be doing that.
Yep, now the tarp's cleaned off. There's the box that it came in, which I took a still picture of that. She'll probably show that too. Come over here and open this box. We have never done a TeePee before, so we don't know what we're getting into,
You gonna let me
especially at
put it away?
18 foot.
Let me put-
It's 30 pounds.
All right, we got a box today.
We know that.
This is from Guild Gear. And what we got today is
Don't you stab yourself with that thing.
all right, so what we got today is Guild Gear. Comes in a bag like this.
And it's a winter tent, supposedly.
Winter TeePee.
18 foot, so it's bigger than my fishing tents, but it's in a smaller case. So
What did you
this
say, 35 pounds?
ought to be interesting. It said 30.
All right, 30 pounds. Okay, so I like the bag. So anyway, in these bags they have some straps right here. So when we loosen this, you can see it actually expands a little bit more. So once you get done with that factory packing, you can still actually roll it up and it might feel it in the bag, because in the factory it's packed in like a computer or machine, where when we do it we don't have that, but it has a little bit extra space. So I do like that right off the bat.
Nobody asks you what you like. You
I'm giving my opinion whether you like it or not.
get to work.
All right, so I'm liking the bag because it's got the extra little space there. All right, as we unzip it, here I guess would be the instructions of what the tent is going to look like. It has the different instructions of what you do. Of course, everybody knows how we read the instructions. So
We'll have to. We ain't never done a TeePee before.
it's an 18 by 18 deluxe TeePee tent. So there it is.
Plus, we ain't never done nothing that big before either. 18 by 18 is pretty large.
Yep. So let the games begin. All right. First thing we get out of the bag is the big tent.
Untie the pretty little bow.
So untie that one little bow.
Take it to the middle of the tarp. The poles are coming out the bottom.
All right, so here's the tent part. I'm gonna take it out to the middle. Wish you would let that dry a little bit.
It's going to be wet sooner or later. We'll be out here for quite a while.
Okay, we have a big bag. Let's see what's inside this bag.
I think they're the anchors. I mean
They
the
are the anchors. They
tent
go
pegs.
where they are.
The other one's probably the poles. And apparently it should have.
So they're going to give you these like this. They're nice and long. They're about up to my elbow from my hand.
Yeah, it's for long-term
Up to my
camping. You've got to set it
elbow.
up for a while.
With the L shape.
They're about
Pegs.
almost 11 inches, it looks like.
Alright. And they give you several. 1, 2,
Oh, you need a lot because there's
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32,
it's made to withstand winter weather, so it's going to have to have
37. Looks like we had 37 pegs.
a lot of pegs to hold it down.
Okay. In this bag, you're going to have your poles. So we got some nice big poles there. You're going to have some smaller poles and then your leg poles. So your
No,
bigger
that big
poles.
pole is to the center pole,
This must be the center pole here. And
and then those go for the awning.
awning. So this would be the awning and this would be your center pole. So there's that. What else is in here? I feel something. And then of course we're gonna have like some elbows to get off around
The awning.
the awning. And this one pole is definitely for the awning.
It goes across the top.
Yeah, it just snaps in. So you're gonna have that, and I'm sure there's fit on there. All right.
So
We
now you
also
gotta.
have. They give us a mesh. So if we want to zip in, it's got a zip. So if we want to mesh in a zipper in the doorway, or leave it down. So there's that.
Some loose threads there.
But that's fairly nice. Have a mesh. You can see when you put my hand there, it's pretty thick. So there's that. All right, but we won't need this right away. So I'm going to hold this a second. I'm going to put this back in the bag so it don't get dirty. All right, so let me put this back in the bag.
You don't need the poles yet either.
Okay.
You will need the pegs. Oh. What's that, the doormat? Oh.
Okay, it looks like I have got
A doormat.
a doormat. That's a nice big size doormat that you have to anchor down.
Just like on the
That's a
Coleman
nice
tent,
big
but
size
you
doormat
have
there.
it's bigger.
So we have that. Let me sit that over here.
I'd say drag it to the edge before you flip it that way. Drag the whole, bend over, drag this part over. No. Stop.
Put that to about there. Put this
Huh.
out here. So that's the one side.
Yeah.
Down.
It's only a foot shorter than the tarp. I thought this had 18 foot. This is 20 foot tarp. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, let me start unraveling.
Oh, sugar.
See, that looks like a door or window.
All right. The floor's black. It looks like it. We straighten out the wrinkle. Please and thank you.
Okay, so this is it just laid out flat.
It looks like that's the door over there, so you're gonna have to, well, I don't care where you put the door, but that's probably where the awning's gonna go.
The door is. See, that looks like the door's gonna be on that side versus facing that way, which is fine. Right?
Yeah.
Alright, watch what
Straighten
you
it
do.
out, please.
Alright. So this is about as straightened out as I'm gonna get. The first step would be to peg the base down.
Yeah.
So we'll get back with you once I get all that done.
There, it looks like the pegs are about 4 feet apart. You'll need 8.
So I'm gonna start on this end. You don't have to show all this, but you can't. No talking. Alright.
Yeah, that'll be good enough for now. You may have to move it later. They're not grommets. They're sewed in.
They're sewed in hoop, like so. 2.
And why she's worrying about poking holes in that old tarp. It'll be alright.
3. Can you tuck that up under there with your foot?
Two for the door. Just make sure you don't tack down the zipper. Yeah, you need to tack down the metal part because that's the part that the pole goes in.
Putting that under there.
We put up enough tents to know that the pole's going to go in that metal hook thingy.
So I want to put this in here, right?
Sure, why not?
Whoops, that's not straight. That's got a kick in it.
Gotta keep it taut, baby. Gotta keep it. You got a rock. I can't put that down. Right by the door. That's gonna trip me. Oh. Is that taut? We've watched YouTube a lot, and I ain't seen nobody putting one of these up yet. These Sportsman's guides, teepees. They already had them up whenever. What the heck is that camera doing? Some weird stuff there for a second. We've been experimenting with other cameras, but so far the V40's got the best picture out of anything we got. Alright, we made it all the way around.
Now, how many pegs I have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, put the big pole together and go in there and set it up in the middle.
10, right?
That's what I just said.
10 of these poles so far.
Pegs.
Show pegs. Show.
They've seen that part.
Huh?
Please get the big pole and put it together.
Alright, so far we put in 10 of these pegs and pegged it loosely down. Now,
You get the big pole for in the middle. And somehow we get through this door.
okay. A big pole like this,
Yeah, put it together.
it has almost like the tent thing. It kind of just sticks together. There's like a wire in there that's holding it together.
And your rubber things are on the ends to keep from poking holes in your tent.
So, as you can see, inside it's just like a wire.
Just the same as a regular tent.
No, the tents have cloth. This is actually like a wire. So, it snaps in. And then, I'm going to say
Stand
this is the
it beside
bottom.
you so they can see how tall it is.
So, I'm 5'3".
And it's about 10 feet.
So that's a 10-foot pole.
Literally. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
There you go. So,
Alright, let me see.
alright, so we found the door. We're unzipping the door and the string. Okay, so okay, he's literally crawling in.
Wow. What a workout.
I'm going to step outside and get you while you push it up. Okay, so now he's inside the tent.
Where the pole's supposed to? Oh.
All right, so he's inside the tent. Do you see where the center would be? Oh, I see what he's doing.
I think there'd be a pocket in here.
Right, about right there. Looks like the center, right there.
Go in.
Okay, so he's got the tent. There he is, pulling it up. There he is, putting it up. Let me see if I can get a good angle. I don't know if I want the sun in front of me or behind me. Does it have like a little pocket to put a pole in or no?
I said, I ain't found this.
Okay, so this is what it looks like with the center pole in.
Come back out.
All right, there it is with the center pole in. Now he's got to figure his way back out. There he is, coming out. All right.
What peg come out?
There's a peg that came out.
That wasn't.
This is what it looks like so far, but we're going to keep on going. All right. I guess this peg came out, huh? Yeah, this peg came out. All right. So the next thing I got to put up is this thing here. And again, these have, like, you can see the cable inside. It's like a cable, not just a cloth. All right.
I need the elbows for that.
You do this and I'll do this. All right. So I'm gonna just put these together, and again, like I said, they got like a cable in there. Put them together. Two sets of them. Okay. So these, about what, 6 feet tall.
On the top, and then you got to run the top piece through there first, the little pole.
Yep.
Run it through there first.
We're going to put the little pole through here, which there's a sleeve right here. You can see the sleeve. So we're going to put the little pole, and it just came together like that. So we're going to put the sleeve right through there. Okay, and that holds that part right there.
Yeah, and then you
Okay.
put your elbow on your one pole.
Okay. Then we're going to put the elbow. Let me see if there's a different size. Okay.
No, it goes the other way. Hey, no, you just don't go there. I thought this for sure would. Okay.
Now this here, I guess, tightens it up or something. What does this thing do?
First, you go to the ground, put that pole thingy in that
Yep.
metal ring.
Right here, the thing that's on your tent that looks like this goes right in here, like that.
Okay, and then you can snap the.
And then these would snap. Hold on, let me get that out of the way. What are you videoing? My shoe? Ouch! Those snap real hard. Watch your finger, because they snap.
Now she's scared.
Now I'm scared. And that snaps, because that has got a good tight snap to it.
This is not a one-man setup.
Oh, geez. Okay. Then we get this side. Again, I would take my pole. This is the little nail that they give you, and I'm gonna have to put that nail down through the circle here, because that's not working on the other side. It's gonna have to go through here. But the nail goes up, and then these all snap on. And they got, like I said, that's a good snap. That's a pretty good tight snap. Okay.
And you're supposed to peg this out. Yep, it's got to be there. So, okay. Then you got to peg these out.
Guidelines. Yep. Let's peg this up as far as these will go.
Hold it and roll your thingy up first.
No, don't roll it. Let's pull it out. Make it a tent. Alright. How tight to make it. Good call. Okay, we're going to zip the door back shut so that I know how tight to make this. Okay.
There's two rings right there with, ain't you supposed to tack them out?
Right here to this. Okay. I guess you make that out flat.
Well, it's a snow skirt. It can go underneath or outside. Like on the igloo.
Okay.
There's two there.
One for the door and one for the...
They're both for the awning thing.
Now this has got like an elastic band, so it can stretch.
Well, that's the idea, because when you're walking in and out of there, you're going to trip.
It's actually three, so I'm going to do all three. 3 right there. I guess to hold different parts, especially when you unzip it maybe.
Figure out what kind of knot they got here.
Okay, again, I'm going to use all 3 of these little hooks. Here's one. I'm going to pull that out to about there. I guess you can pull.
Well, the skirt can go underneath as
Or
well.
it could go underneath, sure.
But it's basically there so when the snow comes down, it lays on it and helps hold the whole thing together. More
This
or
one
less,
only has one hook on this side. The other one has, I guess, where because of the door.
I guess.
So I want to put that on and then turn this around.
Yeah, you got to have the hook facing away and your 45-degree angle too. Oh.
Alright, there. Alright, so there's that.
Hold this while I figure out this knot.
Okay. So far we got the side pulled out. I'm gonna, while he's working on that knot right there. I'm gonna walk around. Has kind of like a, there's your foil way. This is what it's looking like so far. Now we'll have to tighten up because I just put those pegs in loosely, but you want this tight because I can see back here where it needs to be a little bit tighter. All right, so this is what it's looking like so far. Once we get outside done, we'll pull it. All right. You want to come at this angle here, right?
I'd imagine because you don't want to stand in the door.
We got a knot in the end already.
Don't matter.
All right.
Apparently it's got the glow-in-the-dark peg lines.
Yeah, it's got the glow-in-the-dark guidelines.
Well, they ain't glow, they're reflective, whatever.
Yeah, reflective. All right. Looks like we did pretty good as far as putting it tight. Now we would tighten this up a little bit better if we were, you know.
Still got more pegs and stuff to put in this thing. Takes a lot. Give me a peg.
Come this way.
Give me a peg, please.
Come this way, please. At this angle.
It is at this angle.
All right. So he's pulling out his guidelines.
I thought a garden had so many rocks in it.
I think that's all we grew was rocks.
That's what I do for now.
All right.
Don't trip over that.
All right. So now, take this.
Now you can go inside and close the inside door. Oh.
This here is just to go inside the foyer way.
Yeah. There's them plastic things that one guy said he had trouble with. They popped and he had to replace them with key rings.
All right, let me take.
hate these plastic things. I just as soon tie trucker scissors.
Yeah, off the
But
sun
it's got
even.
little Velcro thingies here where the rolled up cord was tied to the side of the tent. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's something I ain't seen on none of our others. I've only seen a lot of this on others because this is the only teepee we got. This is definitely for long-term camping because you sure don't want to set it up and take it down and set it up. There's enough room to stand up in there, and I think we can put our cots
Sure.
on one side and put our heater and our clothes and all that other stuff on the other side.
So like he said, each cord has it's Velcro to the tent, like so, and then you untake it so whenever you're not using it, you can Velcro it back to the tent, which is a nice feature. So again, they're Velcro to the edge there. You just take them off.
It'll never be the same again. Guaranteed.
One thing nice was the wires were already hooked to the tent. All we have to do is pull them out and peg them down. They were already hooked to where they need to be on the tent.
Yeah, we don't have that on many tents.
So they have them already attached to the tent, the pegs, and then they're down to a Velcro thing. And then all you have to do is take them off that Velcro thing and tag them down. But that part was already attached, so we didn't have to figure that out. So I'm liking how that was. And this is the guard gear. Now, if it's guide gear. If it's snowing, you can put this flap on the outside and then the snow can pack down, or you could put that underneath. You can put this on the outside and the snow would pack it down, or you could put that underneath. All right, so we have all the guidelines on.
Except for the vent.
Except for the one in the vent. Where's the vent at?
There's 3 vents.
Let's go ahead and do them before we go in.
Okay, we'll put your little sheet in there.
All right.
So you don't trip over that.
Yeah.
You can't. That's rock.
Okay.
It'll bend it.
All right, so now this is the foyer-way. Let's just take a sneak in here. This is the foyer-way right now. We could leave it without the cover if we didn't want to. And then this is the tent. But I am going to go ahead and put this mat in. So they give us a nice big square mat that we can peg down. So I'm going to attempt to do that. But if you didn't want to have this mat down here, you could just leave the grass or the area. But let's see if I can't figure this out. We would just peg this down in here. And this is where you could take your shoes off or come into the tent. Let's see, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, run it out as far as you can. Because the other side, you gotta do the same thing.
Alright, so let's see here. Stretch it out as far as I can.
And if you didn't want the door on your thingy, you could unpeg that and roll it up. It's got a clip there for, not a clip, I know what they call those, I just can't come up with her, you know.
I think what I would do is maybe set this mat up and then maybe guideline out the things. I don't know which would be better. We'll see. But see, now I'm just kind of estimating where to go with it. What do you think? Let me take my shoes off.
Put them on the mat. Oh.
Throw them outside for right now.
Put them on the mat.
Throw them outside for right now. Because I think what I
Back into the trailer, into the tent. Back your big butt in the tent.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, find your pinhole, go for the corner.
But I think what I actually would want to do is send this underneath there and then tug it down on the outside. What do you think?
Well, that's all the further you're going, apparently.
Well, that end needs pulled up again. Wait a minute, what did I do here?
You got some slack somewhere.
Why is it not at the right angle? All right, let me undo this one first. Let's try this again. This is why we practice before you go out somewhere. Okay, so to make this level, because this is here.
That's wrong. You can leave the door tacked down and still roll that in.
Well, maybe I'm supposed to go this way with it.
It's square. It don't matter. The hole ain't square, but the pad is square.
Let me figure this out a second. Put the camera down, help me straighten this out. No, this is too short. I think it has to go this way. Maybe that's what the guy was talking about. This pad is not exactly the same as this is.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Tag it. Just don't make it where I'm tripping over it.
So I guess I'm just going to have to go this way with it.
Just tag it and get the air out of it.
Alright, you need to be a little bit more patient with me. I want to think this through.
You know, well, don't think too much. It makes my head hurt when you think.
So we put that over there. Take the air out of it, because see, it's definitely not straight.
Well, the person that tagged the tent down in the first place might not have got it straight.
That's true.
Besides, the door's half open. Finish opening the door to the door. Go ahead and unzip that the rest of the way. Never mind.
Okay, so when we put the mat on the inside, it doesn't actually make the complete square like what the we got a little bit more on this side, covered pretty good. but then there is still no area. So when we walk in the tent, it shows this is where you put the hole up there.
Besides, you ain't even got the door open. You only got it halfway.
There's a window there, a window here, and here. So we're going to set this up. But this is what it looks like from this angle. And of course I'm standing, so I'm definitely short enough or tall enough, or yeah. So let's go a second. Okay, with these windows, whenever you want to shut them, there's a D-ring right here, and or an O-ring, whatever you want to call it, and you would just slide that in there. If I can do it without, you would just slide that in there like that, and it holds the window shut. But when you want to open them, you would take this up and then just roll them up and sit them up there. Okay, I think we have the tent set up now. I'm going to give you a walk around. Okay, so I give you, it doesn't have our stuff set in there, but we got it set up. So from this angle, this is what the tent looks like from this angle. And of course now I'm going to have the sun in my eyes. But this is what it looks like from here. And as I walk around, I'm going to explain. Help me explain. Okay, with the vents here, there's different ways you can do it. You can unzip this. This zips right here. You can unzip it, stake it out, and this makes like a vent. Makes like a vent, and you can pull it out and stake it. So that's like your vent.
Or the other one.
If you don't want the vents out, and see, it makes, you can see how much of a pull out it makes. It makes a nice little pull out for you to just vent it, if you just want to vent it.
Well, if you got your heater on and you want,
if you don't want to vent and you want to roll it up, you unzip the whole entire thing right here. It all zips up, and you can roll it up and use the toggles. And then that is completely, I don't know if I can see clear in there or not, but anyway, inside the tent. That way the window is completely rolled up, and you can use the toggles.
For like summertime or hotter conditions.
Yeah, summer or hotter conditions.
Supposed to be for cold weather is the reason I got this thing.
Or if you leave it down, this is one we left down. Yeah, you can shut the whole entire vent. It zips up. So it is zipped on this side, and it is zipped on this side, and it shuts, so the window vent is now closed up. So you have three options. You can enclose the whole window, zipping it down, and no vent air going through. If it's a really hot day, you can open up the vent completely and use the toggles. All three of them are the exact same windows. You can do the exact same thing to all three. Or if you want a vent in your tent, you would just unzip it and toggle it out with your guideline. So you can vent it that way. Those are the three ways. So this is what our teepee's looking like. Now let's go inside. Wait, I didn't go a complete 360, so let me go completely around. And this is what it looks like on this side. I'll try not to get that sun in our eyes. But that's what it looks like. So it basically has what, 3 windows?
Three windows, 3 vents.
3 windows and 3 vents.
Not counting the vent on top.
Okay, and of course you can see on top, it has a little bit of a vent underneath. I don't know, whoops, I got the sun so I can't see it.
Screen's under there.
There's a screen. I'm going to show you inside. Okay.
From inside better.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you.
And these lines have a reflective, so when the light shines on them, you can see. And we noticed even when the sun reflects on them, you can see a little bit. So we have this door. We have this door rolled open right now with a peg. If I'd want to take that peg off, I would take that peg off, and I could toggle it clear back. Do we want to do that to show?
No, I ain't bending over.
All right. So as we go in, As you can see, it has a little bit of a floor space. We pegged this down. It's not the exact same size as what this inner enclosed is, but it will work for you to take your shoes off or whatever as we come in. But it does have a place where you can take your shoes off, or you could leave this mat off and just have grass there. But I was surprised that the mat itself is not the exact same size as what the foyer is. So as we come in, you come in and it's a nice little tent. And as you can see, we have a divider in here, which we're going to show this in a minute too. But this is the one window. We have these toggled up. You can see where we have the window vented out on the outside. This one is vented. And I'll have to show you the other window in a minute. This window was completely closed up. So as you can see on the inside, it's completely closed up on the outside.
Okay, so there's 4 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, there is 4. Okay.
2, 3.
And of course, we could take this screen and just have the screens zipped up if we want. He can show that in a minute here. That's what the outside looks like. And then that would just zip down. It just zips right down.
Happy's got her strips pretty tight, or Mommy does, or somebody.
Oh, we got it pretty tight. But that zips in. Okay, now as you can see, well, he's working, and then of course the bottoms would zip too. All right. So, as he comes over this way, that is the whole entire door zipped in. It's like a D-shaped door. It's a pretty big sized door. Now, as you can see, we have the divider in here between the 2 rooms. And this is what the upside, why I'm here. This has got like a vent there, and you can actually, I guess, toggle that so it's closer to the pole. I see there's like a cord that we could make it closer, but we didn't do that. And then you just put your pole straight up, and it is vented.
Looks like the seals are taped.
Yeah.
All the seams are taped.
Seamed or taped. Okay, you want to unzip that from the bottom up? So if you wanted to divide and make 2 rooms out of here, we would use this little divider. And it would just zip straight up. And the way it hooks is you just hook it to, like there's a D-ring here, a D-ring here, and then another D-ring in the corner down there.
On both sides.
On both sides, of course.
That's the hook up there with the light gun.
So you would just come in, and then on the back side, stay out there a second. Let me just see how much privacy you would have. So he's on the outside, and really I can't,
You can.
you can see a shadow.
Ain't that all you need to see?
But see, it is kind of a bit of privacy because he's over there. Wave your arms or something. All right, so that's how much you can see. There's his arms. So it is kind of a little bit private. This is another window. This is the one where that's all vented up. Like this is where we have it completely rolled up. So it would be a complete open vent. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. 4 windows.
Show the mesh upstairs.
Yeah, I showed that. There's the mesh. So, and then if you have this open, you want to unzip that again?
What's wrong with you?
I'm holding the camera.
I'm disabled.
Well,
You're perfectly healthy.
okay. If we would want to open this up and fold it back, I guess we could, or not. You would just roll it. you would just kind of toss it over the ledge like that, and it would open up. So let's just show it from this angle. You could open it up and just toss it over the thing a little bit. But that's a pretty good room. We're thinking that we're going to try to put our cots in here and see what happens or how much room we have. But you could actually, there's a lot of room in this area. I don't know.
It's for heat.
It's for heat.
We can bring the heater in.
Could bring the heater in. Heaters. But anyway, this is our tent, our teepee. I'm going to give you a real close view, counting the windows. There's 1, 2.
18 foot.
Here's 3.
Across the bottom.
The big door.
So it takes up a lot of space.
And here's the 4th window. So it'd be like 2 windows in the back and 2 windows in the front if we did divide it. And then, like I said, you got this big opening here that the screen, I mean, that's a nice big D door there. So, and your pole. Now I may want to put like a piece of wood or something right there, just so it doesn't poke a hole in my tent. Maybe a little wedge there.
Maybe
of course,
carpet on the floor.
Or carpet.
Cold.
Yeah, carpet on the floor. So this is it. And of course, if you don't want to use this screen at all, you would just unhook it. It just, like I said, it just comes like with these little D rings right there. So if you didn't want that centerpiece in there, you would just unhook that, and then the whole thing would be open. But if you'd want to separate for any reason, keeping maybe your bedroom area closed off and maybe the living area out here, maybe, if you'd want to. Or if you had 2 sets, you know, different people. And Minnie's trying to figure out how to come in. And there's Minnie. She knows she can come in. Well, she's going to sit right on the screen. All right.
Unzip it. You'll have to get... Gotta move over, dog. You're sitting on the zipper. Minnie, move.
But it does have a really nice zip.
I don't know about that. It's kind of hard to get down there.
Well, for me, it's a nice zip. For you, it's kind of hard. But there's a nice zip on it here. And we had it rolled up. And if you don't want the screen, you would just roll it up, and you would use this toggle right here and roll it up. So you could roll it up here. And then there is a thing right here on the bottom right there, and you would wrap it around here, and then you would just use the same toggle as the front one here and stick it on there, and that rolls that up. So if you want to roll up the screen, you would just roll it up, and you would use that same toggle that you wrap the front one in. So this is a separate thing for that. There is no screen on that front part there, but you could either leave it open or shut that as well. Pretty nice tent. This is what it looks like from all the way out here. That's with the divider open there. This is your foyer-way. It's a nice tent. This is what it looks like with the door toggled back. If you want the opening just to be an opening with no, just where you can go in and out and not having to open and shut the door. So that's what that looks like. Let me step back. Okay, so this is with the door toggled open. You would come in. You got your floor mat. Like I said, it didn't fit completely, square, but at least it gives you a little bit to take your shoes off. It's got a nice doorway. I can stand up, and even in the doorway I can stand up. So this is me standing up in the foyerway, and of course coming in the tent I have plenty of room. Coming around the pole, I mean I have plenty of, I can walk completely around this completely, and then of course your bed would go against the wall. But this is what it looks like from this angle. It is a nice tent, I think. And this is what it looks like with the divider in it. This is what it looks like with the divider in it. Still gives you plenty of room. Each side would have plenty of room. The back side and then the front side. This is what it looks like with the screen open. And this is what it looks like with the divider in and the screen shut. That's the screen shut. It's a very clear screen. I mean, you can really see. Look, I'll show you. That is the screen. Well, I don't know. I'm touching the screen. You can see it's very clear screen. Very good. And this is what it looks like with the door shut and the foyerway open still. So as I come on out, that's what it looks like with the door shut. And then these would just come untoggled here and here. Okay, and then you would just zip this here. If I can do this one-handed. You just zip this here. And this actually has a hook here that if I'd wanted to hook it, I could. And then once it's zipped, you would just zip the door. It's got a little ring thing over the zip. And then at the bottom, it's got a little piece of Velcro that you can, it's got a little piece of Velcro that you can put there to kind of shut it up. And this is what it looks like shut up. So there it is. The Guild Gear TeePee. And when I zipped down my vents, I just moved my pegs in. I just moved them in, so I'll have them if I need to stretch them out again. I just moved them in so that they're right there, and then all I have to do is pull them out. All right, so we started this. There it is, our tent. We started this project at 3:30. It's 5:15 right now. So for the first time, that's how long it took us to figure this one out. Next time we'll do better. Thanks for watching.